Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier and I will be your game master for the evening. If you don't know this channel, you're watching Shadows of Arconia on Twitch and YouTube. On Monday nights like tonight, we have this show, Tales from the Backlog, where we play remote and we go through a rotating selection of games with a rotating cast of players. Tonight we are in Vaesen for the second of a two-part story we're telling here. Before I get more into that, let me tell you about our other stream on Friday nights. We play ongoing stories over there. We're currently about to do episode 22 this Friday of our Worlds Without Number campaign, which is Shadows of Arconia Campaign 2. That's the world from which the channel takes its name. We also sometimes do Cities Without Number. We've been known to do Godless, which is a hack for Shadow of the Demon Lord. We'll be getting back to that sometime this year. And there's been talk of Call of Cthulhu, although that may end up being on Monday nights as well. So yeah, all of our back episodes of both shows are on our YouTube channel. Check that out, youtube.com/Shadows of Arconia. If you want to talk with us, you can join our Discord, which is linked below this video, regardless of which platform you're watching it on. If you're on Twitch right now, I'm also putting the link in the Twitch chat. We have a Patreon. If you like what we do and you want to help support the channel, go to patreon.com/Shadows of Arconia. Or something close to that. There might be an @ in there. I don't remember how Patreon works. I'm pretty new at Patreon. Oh, you know what? I think I have a command for that too. I might not have done it. Yep, there it is. It is /Shadows of Arconia. There you go. That's it for the credits and announcements there. So Vaesen is, as you can see from the cover there, a Nordic horror role-playing game. So this takes place in sort of turn-of-the-century Scandinavia, approaching the 20th century, in a version of Scandinavia where the Vaesen, the monsters of fairy tales, are all real and exist, but are being sort of forgotten as industrialization starts to push out the old ways. Our characters here are members of the society, and I will do two things with them. First, I will ask them to introduce their characters, going around clockwise as we usually do, and then I will ask them to please recap our previous episode. So, starting with Jason, tell us about yourself and your fake self.
Wait, what? Who? How? Why? When?
Character intro.
Oh, right.
Character intro.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm Jason. I'm playing Isaac Kaufman. I'm a Jewish doctor who has a bit of a taste for the unusual. That's not what I wanted. I am not at all currently trying to figure out where I kept my notes from last session, because I took good notes.
Yeah.
I totally did.
And you put them right where you'll find them again.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm a doctor. I do stuff. I don't know. Am I supposed to recap part of last session?
No, we'll do
now?
that after the intros.
Oh, okay. Then Cindy? Nope, Cindy.
All right. I'm Cindy. My character is Astrid Lindberg. I'm a private detective. And I like to have a good time.
Okay.
Next.
All right. Well, I'm Galena Bofield. I am a wise woman / occultist. I love learning more about the Vaesen. That's my passion or my motivation. I know all of these other folks because they are customers of mine. I cure them of certain ailments they don't necessarily want people to know they have. And that's me. That's Galena.
Well done. And lastly,
I am missing in action as Clark Norden Morg. I am a middle-aged officer who suffers from shell shock / post-traumatic stress syndrome. And I have met basically Isaac through the military and then subsequently the others to society. I have a drug addiction, which again, kids don't do drugs. And that's about where I'm at. One of my talents is tactician. Just remember that. That'll give you guys a bonus whenever we need it at some point.
Oh, yes. And also, everyone, please remember the scenes you played during the journey to give yourself an advantage. I don't think anyone used them last session, but you still have them. So, yeah, speaking of the journey, the format of these stories is that you are at home in Uppsala, Sweden. You get an invitation, you undertake a journey, and then there's an investigation. So who would like to start off in the recap?
I'll start. So the lady who helped get myself, Clar, Astrid, and Galena into the society, she'd committed herself.
Linnea Elfklint.
Yeah, sure, that lady. And she, like I said, she had committed herself. I guess she wasn't feeling too good emotionally or mentally. But an old friend of hers had sent down from some seaside fishing village or whatever that she needed help in some Vaesen-related stuff. And so that lady said to us, hey, can you help me out and go in my stead? And obviously we could. So we hopped on a train, shuttled on down. And when we got there, no one was there to greet us. So we start walking into the town because there was a bus stop or a carriage stop. We were supposed to pick up like transportation into town, and we were too late. And partway to town, we found the lady we were there to meet dead on the ground, gutted stem to stern.
Yes, dead lady's name was Olga Kraus, and she had left the society decades back in order to pursue her interest in witchcraft.
And then passing that on.
Yeah. Who wants to pick it up?
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick it up. Between the four of us, we made our way with said dead body to the hotel where the witches were staying. Got some help with this dead body, put it in a shed. From there, let's see, we spoke to 3 ladies. Let's see, I have it. Josephine.
Kind of thick and kind of old and ditzy.
Yeah, Josephine.
Demona.
Is that her name? My right, I see diaper, and I can't. That's not right.
You're listing the Sisters of Satan right now. Sorry, I got distracted
yeah, the
by
Sisters of Satan.
Yeah, Josephine Adler, Clara Berg, and Frida Svensson.
Yep, those 3. So we spoke with them. We tried to get some information out of them. I believe Isaac got the best information. We learned that the owner of the hotel had gone missing 10 days prior, Katerina, and currently Lisa, the what are they called? The desk clerk, I guess, is kind of in charge of things while she's missing. Next.
All right. Well, I know that we are both deciding to stay the night in separate hotels. So, Isaac and Astrid are staying over at the Mole Seaside, the one with the indecent exposure issue on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Clar are going to be staying over at the Mills Inn. And right before we left, I was having a long conversation with Chaplain Algat Franzik, and we were hearing a bunch of stories about the Pilkers. And everybody's excited, or not excited, but pretty interested in this death. There's a lot of people gather around discussing what's happened again. it's you are.
I am one of the family that they take care of the lighthouse. One of the members of the Magnus was caught trying to burn down at this hotel. The priest here has said that he is a good man and registered blood papers about churches. Him and stand there and help the ill and such. And the research and discovery, the Vaesen, a razorback pig creature, a Vaesen that sees the future, fond of apples and nuts.
And last session ended when Josephine, the short, cute, blonde sister of Satan, ran off into the night and got likewise gutted like her friend by the Glausen.
All right. So I am seeing in the chat that the remote gamers audio is choppy. So I'm speaking now to see. Yes, I am coming in fine. So I don't know why you guys would be choppy. You don't sound choppy to me. And I am capturing your audio in the same fashion as always. No solid guesses on this issue at this time. I'm turn the music off for a minute. We'll see if that helps. Yeah. So you mentioned that the last thing that happened was finding Josephine dead on the street. We are going to pick up right from there. You, Isaac, I believe you were the one that ran after her. Is that correct?
Yes, that is absolutely correct. So I got there and I got a quick look at her before other people started showing up.
Yes.
And that's when you gave me that info about the Glausen.
That's right. Yeah, it is a Glausen is okay. Maybe it's Glauson. It's a pig. It's a spiky pig. Yeah, so the people who are showing up first are the ones who were sitting up in the inn. Because they were sitting up discussing the dead body of Olga that you guys found earlier. So that's where we're at now. And actually the first person to speak to you, Isaac, is Chaplain Olgot Kransvik, and he comes not from the inn, but from, it appears, the direction that the dead woman was running towards.
Suspicious.
He says, "Oh no, what has happened?"
It looks like the same thing that happened to Olga.
Oh no. This is indeed odd and terrifying.
I believe odd is putting it mildly.
I have not seen this woman. Was she running towards the chapel?
And I point in the direction she was running and say the chapel is that way.
Yes, I had gone back after I felt the conversation at the inn had gotten exhausted. I was also exhausted and went to go to bed.
And yes, that is the direction she appeared to be running. It's a pity that I couldn't have gotten here sooner.
Indeed. But the question I must ask is, do you think she knew she was being pursued?
You know, personally, I wasn't making much of a show of trying to hide my pursuit, but is there any way I could possibly get a retroactive observation roll to gauge whether or not she seemed like she was running from something as opposed to just going somewhere?
Yes, I'll give you. If you want to roll observation. Wait, what is observation pair with?
Empathy.
Attribute empathy. Yeah, okay. I was going to say roll it as empathy, even if it wasn't. But yeah, roll that, and we'll see what you noticed about her.
All right. So sadly, I was not focused on her motivation whatsoever.
No
But
successes.
Zero successes.
Okay.
But I don't mention to the Padre that, you know, I was probably a little more focused on other things.
Sure. So I would say even with that failed roll, you would know from your previous read on her, which I believe you rolled last session, Josephine was easily the most grounded and intelligent. I knew what you meant. Most grounded and intelligent of the three sisters of Satan. Frida's kind of a little bit delusional, and Clara's just kind of delusional in a different way. But Josephine had a handle on things. So
yeah,
your best guess, if she knew she was being pursued, she wouldn't have left the hotel. But the chaplain continues as you stand there confusedly trying to think up an answer. He will continue. Well, people running towards the church in the middle of the night. I would assume she was seeking shelter, perhaps from the beast that killed her.
You know, I was kind of thinking that myself. Yes?
I don't know this woman.
I marginally know her.
Who was she?
Isaac bites his tongue for a beat.
Their cover story was that they are a group of artists.
Yes, she was one of the artists staying at the hotel. I met her earlier this morning. This is still technically like middle of the really early morning, right?
No, you guys got here. Well, yeah, before sunrise, early morning. You guys got here late at night. Yeah. So,
no, that's what I mean. Is I've known her from very late at night to when she died, very early before sunrise the next morning.
Yeah, way before. It's probably 2 or 3 a.m. right now. Yeah.
I had hoped to get to know her better, and I just motion I motion at the dead body.
Well, we must get to the bottom of these slayings, and if we can't walk the streets of our own village at night, it doesn't escape my notice that both of the dead women are visitors.
Sorry. Well, what about the proprietress of the hotel who went missing, a week and a half ago?
Yes, Katerina. Well, 2 visitors and the proprietor herself. Everyone associated with the hotel.
It seems kind of shady.
Doctor.
But I guess everything would seem shady at this time of year.
Dr. Kaufman, is it?
Yes.
He looks around at the other people gathered and says, "May I speak to you privately?"
Sure.
We can just step over here a little bit. Not like in a back room, just away
Just
from,
over here.
yeah. I wanted to run something by you. You seem an educated man, and you seem interested in getting to the bottom of the killings here. I am something of a scholar of the occult. It is an interest of mine. I have many books on the subject back at the chapel. I saw something on the outskirts of town recently that looked like a... What are we doing here, bud?
I'm sorry. I looked at chat.
Okay. I saw something on the outskirts of town recently that looked like a pig.
Did you?
But a pig with spikes, long ones, almost like a hedgehog or a porcupine, but much larger and deadlier. I believe this creature is called a glosson. And I believe it has been sent to punish our town for its sins. The choice of victims does not seem a coincidence to me.
The choice of victims seems very on the nose.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
These glossons sometimes are known to be in league with witches. And I once heard tales of witches setting them upon each other to steal each other's power. Now I know the women who have been slain this night are artists, they say. But perhaps we can learn if they have any enemies. And perhaps this poor woman here was running towards the chapel to confess. We'll never know. We are going to cut from Isaac. Astrid, are you still in the hotel?
Yeah, I was trying to remember.
So I left you with the map when I went running after Josephine.
Yes, that happened. But that was where we left off last week.
Did I see her as well?
I believe only Isaac saw her out the window, but it's a question of whether he would have told you where he was going.
I can't remember where we were. Like, did we?
We were in Olga's quarters, which was acting as like the kind of office space, like communal space.
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably
space for these ladies.
Okay, so I'm gonna just
And then I saw Josephine taken off, so I went running off after her, leaving you with the map and scene.
And so forth, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just say that you left the room, and when I finally leave the room, I look around, and I don't know where you went.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sure.
So
either way you want to play it, there's every chance Isaac would have said, "Oh, hey, I see that lady going that way. I'm gonna go see what's going on with her. Hold down the fort here," or he totally would have just run off, going, "Hey, hold down the fort here. I gotta go."
Okay, yeah, that works too.
Either way you want to play it.
Yeah, so I think the question is, what would Astrid do after he left?
I'm gonna go hide those pornographic statues
Yes, please do.
in my suitcase.
You have
tuck that under-
stolen from the bereaved witches. Congratulations.
Yes. So yeah, just in case we need those to appease something to go away or whatever. I don't know what they may be. Nothing, but maybe there's something. I don't want them on my person at this time, however. So I'm gonna go hide those.
Okay. Oh, by the way, what I have up on screen is the map that you found in Olga's suite.
Yes. So I'm gonna take some time. I'll take a little bit of time to study that map while I'm waiting for him to come back. How long do you think that he's been out there?
Playing it up to the point where I cut away, probably 5 minutes.
Okay, so not very long, so I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be tapping my fingers wondering where he's at.
And the other two sisters are asleep
Yeah.
in the room that they've been sharing. You do not see Lisa at this time.
Okay. And we have rooms, right?
Yeah, you guys got rooms.
I just want to make sure that I actually did have a place to hide that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what I want to do is I want to make a copy of this map, at least
Okay.
one, so that I could give it to another party member, just in case
Okay.
while he's away.
Yeah, if you start writing on that after hiding the dick statues, then you can get it done probably around that time. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Clar and Galena, you guys were staying at the inn, which is where the meeting of all of the sort of town leaders and various busybodies who just want to know what's up was going on. You had gotten rooms. I don't recall if we established whether you had gone to bed or not.
We hadn't.
We hadn't decided that yet.
Okay, so it is possible that you saw or heard all the people run out of the inn after the scream.
Correct.
You definitely would have heard the scream if you were awake.
So I'd assume that once Galena heard the screams, she probably would have gone outside with the rest of the people, followed the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have followed, hanging to the back of the crowd to listen to what they might say, and then
Correct.
look around to see again if there are any tracks
Okay.
leading away from the murder scene.
Well, you do see Isaac there, and you see him get pulled aside by the priest. But hanging back at the back of the crowd and listening to what other people saying, it's largely not helpful. They're just whispering stuff about, are we all in danger? Wolf attack, judgment of God, various assumptions and guesses, basically. But if you want to look for tracks, let's see, what could that be? Investigation, I suppose. Or, yeah, investigation.
All right. Well, that's not a great one for me. Let's at least have a quick look. Nope. That's a 1 and a 3.
Cool. Well, you don't see any footprints or anything of the creature, but of course it is nighttime, and you're in an area filled with people.
Because we are assuming this is a Vaesen, I am also would like to check for tracks.
Yeah, go for it.
And with my crystal ball, I can use observation instead of investigate.
Let's do it.
So let's see.
I imagine in this instance it works exactly like a giant magnifying glass.
Probably.
Hmm.
Oh,
I got 2 successes.
Nice, man. Great,
And
two
that's
successes.
My crystal ball. It's right in my little pouch.
Pocket crystal ball.
Yep.
Okay. So before I resolve your 2 successes, I'm going to check in with Astrid for a second. You have finished the map. Do you leave the hotel to investigate what everyone's doing out there, or do you stay inside and wait?
Yeah, I'm gonna tuck those maps in my coat and come outside.
Okay. In that case, Galena, what you get from those 2 successes is you do find tracks. You do discover which way the Glosson went. And right around the time you're determining that, Astrid arrives with a map of how to find something called the Rooting Cave, and it's in the same direction.
And this Glosson is a pig-like creature, so the rooting cave might make sense.
There he is.
where he is.
Oh, he's so cute.
It's cute.
He's
Adorable.
adorable. Yes.
Zombie Pumbaa.
Oh,
I would like to take the opportunity to try and calm the crowd down and send them back to their homes with my inspirational speech, if
All
that's
right.
good, or maybe manipulation.
Do that. Let's do that.
Like, just real quick, like, townfolk, please be calm. It would be best if you all return to your homes and lock the doors. Some of us will go see what we can find, but please take care of yourselves. And that is inspiration, we said. Try and use inspiration on that. 2 plus 1. Okay. 1 success.
Okay. Well, 1 success is enough to calm them down and send most of them packing. They do take up Josephine's body and cart it off to the same place where you stored Olga, which is the sort of shed outbuilding behind the hotel.
Thank you.
Okay,
good
so
folks.
there's not very many people around the 3 of us then at this time.
By now, I think, the 4 of you can be alone if you wish.
Okay. Then I'd like to pull out one of the maps and say I made an extra copy, just in case. Which one of you wants to carry this extra copy?
I wouldn't mind carrying the map.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look at it and try and memorize it a little bit.
Yeah, we can. I'll pull out the other map and unroll it, and we can look at it together. And you said it's real early morning, what, like 2 a.m. or something?
Correct. Let's go ahead
okay.
and say it's 3 by the time you guys are alone.
Do you guys think that we should start this hunt tonight or get some sleep?
Honestly, after all the excitement and
I think so.
our whole travel, you should probably get some sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is still the same day you guys were like on the train, and then it was an hour late, and then the carriage.
Yeah.
This
I
is
know we're feeling pretty wiped. I'd
Yeah.
hate for another incident, but we could definitely get injured ourselves or possibly die if we don't first care for ourselves. So yes, there you are, right again.
Get some rest, have a fine breakfast. With any luck, they've got some decent coffee in this town.
Yes, hopefully.
well, let's hope.
Hopefully they have some decent wine for bedtime.
indeed.
I bid
all
you
right.
to a fair evening. Sleep well.
Yes, you guys go to your various lodgings and take to bed. Excuse me. When you awake in the morning, well, wait. sorry, before we skip to the morning, Isaac and Astrid, you're staying at the hotel. Do you wake the other sisters? Or do you wait till the morning?
What do you think, Doctor?
Oh,
I wonder if they might not run out into the street themselves if they were to find out.
Maybe we
Right?
should we can let them rest. We'll try
Yes.
and get up a little early and hopefully catch them before everyone else catches them, and you can break the news to them gently.
Oh, me? Okay, sure, Doc. I'll
Well,
do that.
you've seen how well I am at that sort of thing.
Too true. Too true. I'll take care of it then. All right, let's do that.
Okay.
So we'll just have a midnight 3 a.m. nightcap and go to bed.
All right. Well, the sun, as we established in this part of the world, the sun comes up around 8 a.m. at this time of year. Probably you guys wake up not before that because you're exhausted. Potentially you wake up with the sun because, you know, that's what people do sometimes. Yeah, what happens? Well, let me ask you. When does everyone want to get up?
Is it possible that we could have asked Lisa to get us up at a certain time?
Sure. What time would that be?
Yeah, I'm wondering. So, what do you think? 7:30, 8? It's not much sleep, but
It's not much sleep, yeah.
I prefer 8 or 9. I prefer like noon, but
Also, it's going to be dark, at least till what, 9, 10? When does the sun come up around here?
Sun comes up
we're
at
saying
8.
around 8.
Comes up at 8.
Yeah, it's up from about 8 a.m. to about 3 p.m.
Well, Galena's an early riser, so I think naturally she would just wake up early anyways. Probably go down and search for coffee and wait for everyone else to.
Okay.
I think I'll ask to be woken up at 8 because I want to catch the other 2 sisters before anybody else.
Okay.
And then I'll wake up the doc afterwards.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to be there for that.
No, you can wake me up afterwards. That's absolutely
what
fine.
I figured.
So you are woken up at 8, Astrid. But it is not by Lisa coming to get you. It is the sound of raised voices downstairs.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and grab my, hiking pack. Just have it with me and then what is it 8 o'clock?
It's about 8 o'clock, yeah.
About raised voices. I'm going to go ahead and wake up the doctor just in case there's trouble.
Okay.
Doctor, there's trouble downstairs. Come on.
Tell them already?
Bed.
Did you tell them already?
No, there's a problem downstairs. Come on.
I thought you were
I'm
going
going
to
to head downstairs and ahead of him.
The doc is slowly getting up.
Okay.
So, but I'll head down before he.
All right, no problem. So what you find when you get down there is Clara, the large one, and Frida, the old one, arguing with Lisa, demanding to know where Josephine is, and Lisa asking them to please wait because you wanted to tell them.
Ah, okay. So I will walk swiftly towards them and say, "Excuse me, ladies. I can. Does that interrupt them enough?"
Yeah, they'll turn. Astrid,
Oh.
this girl was refusing to tell us what happened to Josephine.
Well, that's all right. I'm here, and I'm sorry. I have terrible news. Unfortunately, Josephine, for whatever reason, decided to leave the hotel last night, and unfortunately, was attacked by, it seems, the same creature that Olga was. Do you happen to know why she might have left the hotel?
Attacked? Well, the older one, Frida, sort of wanders away silently and just sort of stares at a corner. But Clara will answer you.
I'm going to ask Lisa to give the older one some tea or something.
Oh, she's already doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, but Clara says she left the hotel in the middle of the night. Do you suppose she was lured out by some sort of spell?
By a spell?
Well, I can't imagine.
Why do you suspect that she would be lured out by a spell?
What else could have drawn her away? Olga had just been killed the same night by a beast, by a demon.
She wasn't talking about maybe trying to leave or anything before bed?
Astrid, I would like you to roll a manipulation check.
Sure. And that is, oh man, this copy is pretty bad. Manipulation is going to be empathy. That is 1. That's 4. I have 1 success.
That is enough at this point in the story. Clara steps to the side, pulls you with her, and says, "We are being hunted by a demon. It appeared in the cave when we were doing a ritual. We came here because there is a cave strong in magical energy. We believed it contains a portal to hell. We were trying to summon various boons, but the devil saw fit to punish us for our arrogance. While we were in the middle of summoning, a demon appeared and chased us from the cave. We had not left the hotel since until Olga went to meet you last night.
Mm-hmm.
And she died for it. So I don't know why Josephine would have left knowing that that thing was out there."
All right. Can you describe this demon that's hunting you?
I didn't see it clearly. It was very large and angry. It chased us out of the cave.
Nothing like anything like, does it walk on 4 feet? Does it float?
I would have to say 4 feet. Again, I didn't see it clearly. It was just a monster bearing down on us. I didn't stop to examine it.
Any kind of sounds that it made? Did it say anything?
It made the most horrible, guttural, bestial sounds.
Okay.
It did not speak.
And you believe that it can cast a spell to lure you out?
Well, I wouldn't know. Olga was the most learned of us, and unfortunately she's not here to ask, but I can imagine no mundane reason for Josephine to leave the hotel unless she just panicked. Maybe. I don't.
Yes.
At this point,
quite shocked that she left as well.
Frida will sort of drift back into the conversation and say, she was probably going to confess. She said she would.
She was going to go see the priest. Is it a priest?
Yeah, chaplain, yeah.
Chaplain. She was going to go see the chaplain then?
She said that we were being punished for our arrogance by the devil. She thought she thought that perhaps God could protect us.
Why would she go in the middle of the night? If she had just waited, we could have escorted her.
I don't know.
All right. I strongly advise that the two of you stay here, regardless of what you wish to do. If you wish to confess or anything like that, please don't go out there alone.
Frida wanders away again. Her moment of clarity has passed. Clara looks agape. She cannot believe what Frida just said.
Oh, she doesn't look. She's looks like she was unaware.
Yes.
That Josephine was going to confess.
Yeah, Clara did not know that information.
So I'll say, Clara, it looks like you're surprised by this information.
We're witches. We worship Satan. Yes, I'm surprised that one of us ran to the church.
And she's never before given any indication that she, for lack of a better words right now, switch sides?
Well, I can certainly understand acting out of character in a moment of terror. We are being hunted. As you, let me check in with Clara and Galena. Have you guys come over to the hotel? Or are you downstairs?
As soon as Clara wakes up, I will suggest it to him and see if he'd like to head that way. I'm interested to see what the witches have to say about their friend.
Okay.
I was going to say earlier, didn't want to interrupt, but that I would have Galena wake me in the morning, and had planned to have breakfast at the finer hotel.
Okay. So then you guys probably arrived in the middle of these conversations that have been happening, and as you crossed the village, heading from the inn to the hotel, you noticed that the sky, like, it was sunrise when you woke up. It was starting to be daytime, but as you cross the village, it gets darker and darker. By the time you are in the hotel, it has the whole sun has been blocked out by this huge overcast that has come out of nowhere. And by the time this conversation between Astrid and the sisters finishes up, it is now pouring rain and hail outside.
I thought of another question I'd like to ask Clara. It might be fruitless, but
sure.
Clara, are you aware of any spell that could cast this demon away?
Ms. Lindbergh, if we knew that, why would we still be here?
Well, that's fair. Guess I'm just grasping at straws at this point. Oh, wait. I don't know if straws exist. Anyways.
Yeah, but they're not straws, they're straw.
Yeah,
hay.
straw.
Yeah.
Grasping at straw. I just lost power.
Oh, that's
The,
fun.
Give me a moment to
hmm.
fix that. Yeah,
This
so
weather-
if anybody else has questions for them, I will step to the side and
All right.
allow that.
I was just going to say, this weather is going to hinder our search. I did not bring proper attire. Maybe there's some rain gear that we can borrow from the hotel.
Well, I did bring a heavy wool jacket, but I think that would be enough.
Lisa re-enters the room at this point and says, "This is most unusual. We don't get storms like this at this time of year."
Well, honestly, I'm not very surprised.
She's kind of staring out the window, looking up at the sky. I mean, it's winter, but this is rain and hail. It's completely darkened the sky. This is more like something that would have happened last month, but even then, not like this. Should be snow.
And is it Clara still left in the room, the heavy set woman?
Yeah. She's still here.
Okay.
And Frida, they're both here. And Lisa has just come in as well.
Okay,
Commenting
but
on
Lisa
the
just came in.
weirdness of the storm.
Okay, so it's hailing as well?
Yeah, it's rain and hail, but there's no snow. It's not like a blizzard. And it's exceptionally dark.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna see if I can get these two ladies away from Lisa so that I can talk to them.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa has to, at this point, it's gotten so dark, she starts busying herself lighting lamps. So you can get Clara and Frida. Well, you can easily get Clara. Frida is a little harder to pin down.
Maybe you can invite Frida to breakfast. Maybe she'll open up randomly.
Well, as long as I can talk to the cognitive one.
Sure.
That's the one I really want to just kind of.
So you guys have been hanging out in the lounge. If you want to like go to the dining room to sit down and wait for breakfast to come out, you can do
Sure.
that.
Yeah. Ladies, would you mind joining us for breakfast in the dining room? I have a few questions for you.
Okay. Yeah, and I have been talking about Lisa basically exclusively. She's not the only staff member here. Like there are cooks in the kitchen, like there's a maid. Lisa's just kind of running the place in Katerina's absence.
I was starting to wonder about that.
No, this is like a nice hotel. It's not a 2-person gig.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's off season, correct?
Yeah, it's off season.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what do you want to ask them?
First off, I want to look at Claire and say, what the hell were you thinking? First of all, trying to tell the demon or the devil what to do? You call yourself a witch?
Well, we thought we knew the correct spells.
I don't want to hear your crap.
Olga said that she knew the spells that would grant us immortality and great wealth.
Were you paying Olga?
Paying Olga? No, she was our mentor, our teacher.
For how long? How did you meet Olga?
Well, she found us. She's been pursuing witchcraft for many years, you know, and she found us and she taught us everything we know. Unfortunately, not everything she knew.
I scoff at the mention of immortality. Excuse me.
The fact that you just... it seems like a bunch of bull hockey to me because, first of all, you're not going to tell the devil anything.
Well, it was more of an imploring than an ordering.
Imploring bullshit is what it
What?
was.
You're very rude.
Nope.
Our friends have
You.
died.
Yes, because you're foolish. Your friends have died because you are doing something incredibly stupid.
Well,
No, why did you even let Olga go to the train station alone? You guys were afraid that this demon was chasing you, that your
Olga
lives were
was in
danger.
charge. She was the boss of us. We didn't let her do things.
Well, I apologize, but I think you were a bunch of fools.
Well, I am.
Whatever
She's
is going
she's
on-
fully in tears at this point. I am obviously forced to agree.
Well, obviously, because you are.
Is this
Look what you have
supposed
done.
to?
Do you
Is this
think
meant to
any
be
of this-
productive in some way? You just
Yes.
brought me in here to yell at me.
I don't
I'm going
mean
to put my
yell,
hand
but
on
I'm a little
Galena's
hot-headed at the
shoulder.
moment.
Galena,
apologize.
Galena, I
Let's
think you've
step
made your
back.
point.
Let's step back a minute.
I think you've made your point.
Yes. Why did Olga go out alone to the train station? I understand that she was in charge and she insisted.
You must understand, at that time no one had died yet. We had been chased out of the cave by the beast. We stayed in the hotel out of our own fear, but she thought it would be safe to make a quick trip out to greet you people and lead you back.
All right, fair enough. But no more of this witch bullcocky stuff. You guys need to stop. And I would like to know if you guys can please tell me which cave that you were imploring the devil.
Yeah, it was called the Rooting Cave. Olga has a map upstairs.
The rooting cave.
At this point, I would like Isaac to come bursting into the dining room. Did I oversleep? It's so dark. Did I lose the day? What time is it?
Isaac, it's 2 days later. Dude, you missed everything. Oops, not dude.
What
but
happened? I thought I was tired, but not that tired.
Isaac,
Calm
it is-
down.
it's storming outside, so you have not missed the day.
Oh,
It is not yet 10 o'clock.
thank goodness. Is breakfast ready?
It's,
It's starting to come out. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
they are laying.
And
the
I'm
table.
going to calm down a little bit and say, Clara, how long has Frida been in this state? Before or after the beast?
Frida has visions, dreams, you see. She receives messages from the devil in her dreams. It makes her a little unreliable in the waking hours. It's not new. It's not a new thing.
It's not a new thing. And she didn't have any visions prior to this summoning, this witch play, I should say. She didn't have any visions prior to this.
Anything to warn us? No.
No.
She thought there would be rabbits. That's what her vision was. There were going to be rabbits at the cave. There weren't.
Astrid does this.
Rabbits at the cave. Well, that might mean something. Actually, if this is what we think these demons are.
Yeah, Clara looks up to make sure that Frida has wandered sufficiently far away and then leans to you and says, I think she just has regular dreams. I don't think they're visions from the devil.
Most
When
likely
did-
not.
I know that Olivia,
Agree.
Olga found you. Were you guys already a group when Olga recruited you into this?
Yes. Josephine and I knew each other. Frida was a neighbor that we were not really grouped up with at the time, but Olga found all of us and put us together.
And where are you from?
We're from a small town near Stockholm.
And this is where Olga found you?
Yes.
And the whole purpose of this retreat obviously was not for art, but to summon the devil.
Yes, we thought we would summon the devil, and then... Yes.
Do you have any idea why this area, why these caves? Did Olga tell you why this was the location, that this would be the best place?
It is well known in occult circles that this area is rife with magical energies, that the caves here are powerful, and that the rooting cave in particular contains a portal to hell.
I'm going to slam my hand on the table. Oh, but Olga should have known better than to fool with these powers. The Vaesen, the demons. How dare she even contemplate such a foolish act?
This is what I am thinking. Why would Olga, of all people, she's from our organization. She knows that what we are about.
What organization?
Our group.
You knew Olga?
We
No.
knew of Olga. The friend that she requested to come help, we are her friends, and we are all part of the same group, or at least were part of the same group.
Well, I know nothing
hear
of that. What is this group?
We're a group of people that help when things are strange.
We're here to put an end to this cursed town business. You have
Yes,
unleashed
you
something
caused-
dark and destructive. These deaths are your fault.
Do
All
I
of it.
understand
Sure.
correctly that all 4 of you are in the dining room?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I would like, please, for everyone to roll a vigilance check.
Oh, this is what I have +2 on.
Nice.
Would this be a good opportunity to spin that?
That's up to you, Mr. Nordenmorg.
I don't think I'll spend it just yet.
I got 1 success.
So 5 is a high. Okay, so nope.
1 from Isaac. How about Astrid and Galena?
I got 2 successes.
Ooh, all right.
I'm
And
just
I did
seeing
not-
red right now. I'm just pissed off. Like,
I didn't get any.
Everybody's mad at these women for summoning
Yes.
the devil. Got it.
we've
Yes.
been
Absolutely not amongst that crew.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, like, last week it was kind of like, oh, you're summoning the devil. Yeah, stick it to those religious blowhards. And now it's like, what were you thinking?
No, that was more Isaac's take on it.
Yeah.
That
Like,
really
everyone
was.
else is taking a more hardline view on them.
Yeah. It's all fun and games till someone summons a Glosson. So Isaac got a success. Astrid got 2 successes. You will notice that there is a window looking out onto the porch. Actually, there's 3 windows. You guys see the face of a man duck out of sight real quick. Actually, Isaac, you see it duck out of sight real quick. Astrid, with your 2 successes, you fully see the man's face. It's not someone you've met, but you see him through this window on the back edge of the porch there.
All right.
Hey, who goes there?
Did you guys see that?
I saw something. Did you see more? I just saw someone duck out of the way of the window.
Well, I
Over
fully
there.
saw his face, but I've never met him. Now, I wasn't at Nils' place. That's unfortunate that the other 2 didn't get, because I didn't get a chance to meet like everybody in town. But
Yeah.
Can
I
you
will
describe?
bolt to
That's
the
right.
window. Yeah, I'll bolt to the window and see if I can't catch sight of them.
Yeah,
Was he able to?
if you bolt to the
Yeah,
window
'cause-
and look down, he's just all he did was duck below the window. He's still there.
Can I throw the window open?
I mean, you could. It's not a covered porch, so you probably don't want to right now. No, you know what? It probably is a covered porch. That wouldn't make much sense for him to be right there if it wasn't. Yeah, he is a bearded man. In fact, I am gonna put up a picture of him.
All right.
If I have it, here he is.
I'm gonna head over there with
That's the guy.
Clar.
And I'm not. I'm right there with him.
Great.
Is he
So
wearing
yeah,
that
you can open the window and address him if you want. He will stand up. Now that he's been caught, he will sort of stand up and straighten his jacket.
Okay.
You're like, sir, why are you spying on us? What is your business here?
I am the Hillman, the guardian of the hill, Lightkeeper.
Mhm.
Are you the one that tried to burn this building down? Sorry.
Yes,
Interrupt your
I
monologue there.
am that man, and as I am sure you are aware if you have heard that of me, I do not like this place. I think it is an abomination, a blemish on the soul of our fair town. And I like to keep track of the visitors.
You know that's a little creepy, don't you?
This place is a little creepy.
Hmm.
Now they're murdering their guests, apparently.
No,
It's like, well,
that
Well,
would
if
be a
not, then
creature.
a creature. No doubt
Yes.
sent by God to punish them for their ways.
Oh yes, no doubt.
No doubt.
So you came down the mountain in this weather, huh?
I did.
What are you trying to find out by spying on us?
First of all, who you are and what has brought you here in the off-season.
We were invited to be part of the painting group of a dear friend of ours.
Oh, the painting group. Oh, yes.
and
Correct.
sir, I am a decorated officer of the military. I have a few military campaigns under my belt, as you would say. This place may not suit your tastes, but the world is changing.
I am the Lightkeeper, and it is my job to make sure that it doesn't change in certain ways.
Is that not the business of the church? The pastor, the
Chaplain?
chaplain, yes.
And a good friend of mine he is.
You think just one man should make the choices for all others?
You question me as though this is your town and not mine.
What offends
Who
you
are
more?
you?
I am Astrid Lindbergh, daughter of Arthur Lindbergh. He's a famous detective. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yes. Well, I am Magnus London, and my family has kept the lighthouse up on the hill for generations. We watch over this town and its reputation.
What are you more worried about? The reputation of your small town or more visitors to your small town?
Or these murders, perhaps.
Does that not concern you, these murders?
Because that's
Murders
why
concern me very much. They are the direct
here.
result of the actions of Katerina and her guests. It's exactly what I'm here to stop.
Katerina.
What?
You're familiar with the hills? Yes, you.
What is your question?
Happen to know what might have happened to her?
I certainly don't. Most likely she was slain by the same vengeful spirit that took these other two I heard about last night.
What can I roll to see if he's lying to me?
You do that. He is going
Observation.
to... Yep.
That would be... Okay. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I got 1 success.
And he got none. He's lying. You're not sure about what, though. Which part of it?
Steve?
Yes.
Arena?
Real quick, while everyone's over at the window with this guy,
Yeah.
Isaac's still back at the table with Clara. And he kind of wants to lean over and just like nothing else is happening. He wants to ask her, when did you do this summoning at the Rooting Cave?
About 10, 11 days ago. We were there for a few days working on the rituals.
Was it before or after Katerina went missing?
Oh,
Question.
both?
She went missing while you were at the cave?
It seemed that way, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I
I'm not
think
at
at
the
this
table.
point Magnus is gonna get huffy and turn to leave. Astrid and Galena, and I guess Clara, you're over there talking to him. You will see that as he turns to leave, he grabs a staff that he had leaned against the wall, a wooden staff, and then walks right out into the storm, heading for the inn, most likely by the direction.
Anything
What?
special about that staff?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Was there anything special looking about that staff? Or did it just look like an ordinary walking stick?
I will have you roll learning on the staff.
Learning. Ooh, yes, that's logic. That is 6 dice for me.
I'm clueless.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes. That's fantastic on this roll in particular, because you will learn. Wow, this is a great thing to go to break on, actually. It is a staff of lindenwood. And as you have had the name of this creature, the Glosson, mentioned to you more than once in the past several hours, it is in your mind that it is said that sometimes a Glosson was once a human that has been transformed by magic into this beast. And if it is that, it can be controlled using a staff of lindenwood.
Aha.
And with your second success, you will learn breaking the staff reverses the transformation.
Ah.
And we are going to go to break on that. We'll see everyone in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you then. Welcome back. I don't normally like to wear shirts with like corporate logos on them, but it's cold, and the only jacket that isn't in the car somewhere is this one. So if I it's a Superman. I like Superman.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway,
that's a cute Iron Giant hoodie, Steve.
thanks, bud. Oh, now I'm having flashbacks. Okay, so you guys finally met Magnus London, who you heard about the other night. I think it was
Yeah.
Isaac heard about him. about what a great guy he was, how he was, upstanding.
I think that was
morals.
Clar. Clar heard that.
Oh, it was Clar? Is that you that heard about it?
Clar was talking to like the
It was the chaplain.
The chaplain.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
guy.
The chaplain was saying what a great guy Magnus was, and
Yeah,
how
he was telling
he
me that.
did attempt arson that one time, but it was for the best of reasons, and they got him out of jail.
It's all right if you have good reasons.
Yeah, it's arson for the greater good.
Justifiable arson. That's a new defense. All right. Let's...
For the greater good, you say.
Well, you saw his walking stick, which was a lindenwood staff, and then he stalked off into the storm.
No, I'm making that comment because did you see my last comment in chat?
The greater good, only when we are strangers. I don't know what that one's referring to, though.
The post above it.
People are strange.
People are strange.
Oh, yes, of course. Very
But
musical.
the greater good was you were all talking about, what reason could they do a thing, and blah 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 blah, and I posted in the chat the greater good.
That's the reason. All right. Cool.
Yeah, so this guy's wandered off into the rain.
He has indeed.
He's probably used to that kind of weather. He seems like a weirdo.
I mean, he keeps the lighthouse. It gets stormy all over this area from time to time. It is unseasonal. But yeah, he walked off into it.
I know. I'm going to look at Clar and say I want to get that staff from him.
Oh, I saw it was an interesting piece of wood, but what's the significance of it?
Well, it controls the Glausen, and if we break it, that Glausen will turn back into a human. Perhaps we can lure it with the food it likes, the
Nuts.
was it again? Nuts and something
Yeah.
Hold on, I got this.
Apples
Apples and nuts.
Apples and nuts.
Like perhaps
So maybe
if we
we
get
can
that
just
staff,
lure some of those.
and lure it when it's close enough, break the staff, we find out whether that Vaesen was being used but without choice, or it's part of it.
On the plot, yeah.
Are you sanding something, Patty?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh, can you hear that?
Yeah, I thought it was static.
I was just going to text and let you know that's loud.
Sorry, son. Keep my hands busy. I would like to go to the library and research this Vaesen, the Glausen.
Okay, no library except that
The chaplain had a bunch of books. I'm
the
sorry.
chaplain
not the
mentioned to
library.
Isaac that he had some books. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally could have passed that on.
All right.
He mentioned it to me in the bar, in the tavern.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I'm pretty
because
sure.
we were talking about how interested I was, and he told me I could come anytime.
Okay. Unfortunately, that time does not include this time, because when you go to the door, you find the storm so heavy that you are unable to leave. And
Oh, okay.
it is actually makes it extra baffling how effortlessly Magnus just sort of stepped off into it and walked off into the town.
Hey, some
Magnus,
people are just
the
stupid like
mage.
Seems Magnus has more to him than it appears.
Guys named Magnus are really strong.
That should have been our first clue.
Wasn't Magnus ver Magnuson the strongest man in the world like 3 or 4 years running? Those world's strongest man competitions? Yeah, one of those guys is named Magnus ver Magnuson.
And he's probably from,
Yeah.
Scandinavia.
Yep.
Probably.
Magnuses are tough, dude.
So the storm is too violent for us to even leave the hotel.
Yeah.
Boulder Dash! I
You
wanted to follow that, man.
Okay. Let's see. are able to after like an hour.
Oh, man, the trail's going to be wicked hard to find. Okay.
Oh, yes, that trail
Well-
that demonstrably isn't going to lead right to the lighthouse.
Well, then maybe I could ask Lisa if she could procure some of those apples and nuts for us this time of year.
Apples and nuts. She can provide nuts. Apples hard to come by in January in Sweden.
Well,
figured.
maybe nuts are enough.
By the way, I'm making up everything about like the climate and fruit availability. That's just I'm pulling all of that right out of my butt.
Yes,
Sorry.
it makes sense though. Maybe
Well,
somebody in town
I'm
has
going
some
to say
apple
uh,
preserve or something.
Or
being
preserve
where
or
we're from,
dried apples.
the fruit in winter here is pretty subpar. So I would think in that time frame
Yeah.
that we're in right now that
We
Oop,
lost you there.
Rumble.
Did someone turn into a Casio?
I believe Cindy and Patty are gonna be frozen for a few seconds. Then they'll come back right around the time we're like, oh no, we lost them. Yep, there they are.
Oh, are we back?
You're back.
Oh, you're no longer a Casio.
We heard you supporting my idea that the apples are probably hard to come by.
Yes,
But,
100%.
Yeah, that was the last thing we heard.
Okay, that'll do. The reason why matters not.
Copy. All right. So, after about an hour, the storm lets up. The town is drenched. There was already snow on the ground, and then there was an hour of rain and hail. So it's just a swampy mess out there, a freezing, swampy mess. But it's no longer, hailing. The hailstones upon the ground are the size of, I don't know, jawbreakers, big ones.
Oof,
Yeah.
crack your head.
Oh yeah, that could crack a skull.
Yep, but not Magnus.
That's
Yeah.
suspicious. Very suspicious. Magnus would travel out in such weather.
Indeed.
I mean, any fool not paying attention to the weather.
The overcast is
Especially
still there.
one who's too accustomed to it.
The overcast has not fully dissipated yet, so it's still pretty dark outside. And in that darkness, you guys see on the east side of the hotel through one of the windows an eerie green light come up and appear.
Ooh, let's go investigate that eerie green light.
Oh yeah.
And by investigate, I mean look out a window at it.
You hear someone coming down the stairs.
Is
All
it
right.
someone specific or just a general person coming down the stairs?
Is it heavy footsteps?
You guys are all
or-
looking out the window. To examine the footsteps. They are indeed heavier than some other people's footsteps might be.
Then it's probably Clara.
Correct.
Just a guess.
These people have one or two personality traits each. And she comes down the stairs. And if you were to turn your head away from the window you're looking out, you will see her heading towards the door.
I'm gonna go. Clara, help me block her.
Where do you think you're going? It's dangerous out there for you.
Keep an eye on that
No.
light, guys.
No, it's
I will. I'm gonna
I'm
keep
keeping
an eye on it.
this light.
Clara, stop.
But didn't you see?
Oh, we saw something, but you should not go and look. You should not go after it. Remember what happened to Olga and Josephine.
Oh.
Never.
Oh. Oh, you're right.
Use your head, woman.
What am I doing? I saw the light and I thought I needed to go to it.
You absolutely do not. You should not go to that light. No.
I would have walked right out there. Oh my God.
Somebody's manipulating you.
Oh my Satan. And she turns and runs upstairs.
Oh,
And
Lord.
stop with that Satan stuff.
She gets about halfway up the stairs and leans over and goes, And then she finishes.
Paper thin. All right.
Sounds like me. Sounds like just like me going upstairs.
Sorry, guys. That was a cheap
So,
shot.
what do we see with this this green light out the window?
It flickers and fades, actually, when Clara turns and goes up the stairs.
Oh.
And it's gone now.
Yes.
Okay.
Something is calling
And,
these ladies out.
About how far away can we determine the distance approximately?
You can determine the direction, and it seems to be towards the cave, the rooting cave. But you do
Right
not,
is where we need to head.
that was where the map led, and that is where the ritual was performed. Hello, Strelick. You're being very good for the camera tonight.
Just calmly sitting there.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask Lisa. Lisa, is there a way to lock those two ladies in their room, just for their safety?
No. Unless we want to move some heavy furniture in front of the door. We're not in the habit of locking guests into their room. The door's only locked
No,
from
no,
the
I
inside.
understand. I understand, but I think
Lost you again.
I believe
I think.
I understand why.
Oh boy. This is a
Yep.
rough one.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree, though. Let's slide something in front of that door. I mean, it's not safe to leave them locked in there.
Pipe organ it is.
There are other ways out of the room. I mean, surely they could climb out the window
Wait, are
and
there
onto
other
the
ways out of
porch
the room?
roof.
I am going to fact check that. So they're all sleeping in this room that says Satan's sister's room.
Yeah.
There is a door and a window, and that's it.
Yeah, they could exit out onto the porch roof. So...
Cindy and Patty, you guys did glitch out again in the middle of.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was trying to tell her. I could hear her talking.
I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if
mean,
you
this-
said anything additional.
Well, yeah, I was just asking if a couple of doormen could kind of guard the front door so that they could talk either of the ladies out of leaving if that should happen again.
I don't want to role play this out, but I'm going to reduce this to a roll. Any of you, but just one person, whoever wants to do it, please roll manipulation. You will find that the residents of this town, even those who choose employment at the hotel, are not super cool with the whole Satanist thing. And not all of your conversations have been as quiet as they might be. So the artist thing that cover's blown. You can get a couple people to protect them if you roll well enough and pay them.
Okay. I only have 4 in manipulation, so if someone has higher.
I've got
3.
2.
4 is pretty high.
Oh,
For this group.
Yeah, well, 4 dice, that's pretty high.
okay. So
I got 3, so that's not great.
I'll do the roll, I guess.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes.
Good
Great.
Lord.
You got 2 guys. Somebody pay them, and they will guard the Satan sisters. The remaining Satan
Tucker,
sisters.
if you don't mind.
Reach into my wallet.
I do that girlish
Fine.
blinking in your direction.
Financier of this expedition. I'm getting a little thin, as they say.
You must have great resources.
Running low. Almost out.
Sorry, you can pay them in sausage.
Thank God I packed some in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Do love some sausage.
I saw Jason make the face like he was going to turn that into a double entendre. I almost said bacon. I don't know why I didn't. Bacon's much harder to turn into something.
Well, if this Glossin is not a human transformed, we'll make bacon out of it.
That's true. If it's not,
Well,
then breaking the staff would do nothing.
a little
No,
Glossin
that
belly
make
would be.
very dangerous.
But the apples and
But you
nuts.
bring a net.
A net. you have nuts. There are no nets on offer. Actually,
There's this. This is a
this
fishing
is a
village.
fishing village. There would be nets available. Yeah, is that a thing you guys want to seek out?
I think so. A backup plan in case it's not a human being. Put
Yeah.
some nuts on that net, and what do you guys think?
Sounds like a good idea. If we can jury rig some sort of trap and then
This sounds like a great idea.
go see Mr. London.
This is where the fun begins.
Yeah, so it was an hour ago, and he was apparently unaffected by the storm, so who knows where he's at now. But last you saw him, he was heading towards the inn. Magnus though he is, he did not want to be out in the storm too much.
Well, I think we should probably locate him.
Well, we can check and see if he's at the inn. The storm is over, so maybe your name's not Gloria.
Galena?
Galena. You want to try the pastor's library again while we go and see if we can find Magnus.
Sure, if that's on the table, I would like to read up on the Glossin.
Excuse me.
If there's
Okay.
anything more to know.
Yeah, you guys can head to the chapel. Is this something you're all going to do together, or are you splitting up?
I'm kind of inclined to join Galena at the chapel if she doesn't mind.
Okay.
And I would maybe seek out Magnus, since I do have a room at the inn. It'd be a great excuse just to go there and, offer to buy the man a drink or something.
Okay.
But yeah, nope. Patty and Cindy.
Yeah.
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 Nope,
You
you're
guys.
back.
You guys have been frozen since I asked if you were splitting up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It is snowing today, and it is landing right on our
Internet.
internet. And even though it's a thing.
A cat
Cool.
warmer.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go
saw a
again.
picture
Yeah.
of cats lying on somebody's uplink like that.
Yeah. Okay, so the plan, as I understand it, is for Clar to go seek out Magnus at the inn. Already an established cover story that you are staying at the inn because you don't like the hotel. So you might get on his good side that way if that's your plan. Galena and Isaac are going to the chapel to try and get a hold of the books. What is Astrid doing?
Clar, do you think you might need backup? Because we're going to try to get that staff. I can hang around outside so that I don't put him off.
It may be a good idea, or come in after me and sit apart from me. I'll try and distract
You
him.
know, I can do that, and I can totally play the room, and I floof my hair like girls do. Cindy doesn't know how to do that, but other girls do.
I can do this. I don't think it's a gender thing. It's a long hair thing.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So Galena and Isaac, we'll start with you guys. You head to the chapel, and you find the chaplain there, Ulgor. You knock on the door. He answers. Ah, Dr. Kaufman, and your companion. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Galena, we spoke yesterday evening at the tavern.
I recall. I'm sorry it was late and I simply didn't
No
recall your
worries.
name.
Padre,
Can I help you?
I
you
was
offered
wondering if
me
I
to
could
the
peruse
library.
your books.
The books. What is it that you seek information on?
Well, we spoke the other night about my interest in the Vaesen, and my friend here told me that you assumed or thought that this might be a glossin, and so I thought I'd look up on it a little bit and see if there's something new I could learn about this type of a Vaesen.
Ah, well, I can help you with that. He will invite you in and show you the books that he has on the subject. His books are very general about magic and the occult, and they are also, regionally specific to Scandinavia, of course. But they're kind of like glossaries in a large part. But he has a couple of them that mention the glossin. As far as useful information, there's not much you don't already know. The Lindenwood staff can control the glossin if it is turned from a human. And it can be distracted with apples and nuts. But I will go ahead and read you some more information that you hear about, that you find about it. So just description-wise, a glossin is a giant sow with huge tusks, eyes glowing like burning coals. Hold on, I'll put the picture back up while I describe it. Razor-sharp bristles on its back. Sparks fly from its hooves as it moves, and its grunts can be heard from afar except when it opts to sneak up on a victim. Before charging with such force that the ground trembles underfoot. The glossin can instinctively sense whether or not a human has the sight or magic abilities. It tries to cut open their bodies with the bristles on its back in order to feast on their bowels. In doing so, the creature also absorbs the victim's supernatural powers and increases its own. The glossin is sometimes referred to as the gobble sow or the grave sow, and is mostly seen at night. It can emerge spontaneously in areas where humans dabble in black magic, or be summoned through a ritual where a human being is forcibly transformed into one. So that is what you find about it. Obviously, the new information there is it can just appear where humans are using black magic, and that it increases its power by attacking and eating magical humans, which it can sense. You now know that it has attacked and eaten 2 magical humans. At least 2, maybe 3.
At least a minimum.
Katerina, as far as you know, was not a magical person. So if she has been eaten, you don't know if that will do anything.
Padre, have you had any No. When was the last time you saw Katerina?
Oh, well, she doesn't attend the church, and I don't stay at the hotel, so it's hard to say. I feel like I saw her at market a couple weeks ago.
All right, I suck at this, but I want to pull an observation roll.
Do it.
On whether or not he is lying.
Okay.
And I'm using my advantage for this.
Okay.
That's an extra 2 dice, right?
Yes, but I'm going to tell you this before you choose to use your advantage. You are rolling unopposed.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
Stupid dice.
It's like I know that look.
Yeah, that's I fucked it, but I really wanted to get this.
Okay.
And I'm trying to decide if I want to push it because that's what Isaac would do right now.
I say
I
push
also-
it. Let's use the mechanics of the game.
Yeah, so I'm gonna push that. I'm already angry, so let's make me.
A mental condition.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the mental conditions.
Angry right
There
now.
we are. Hopeless.
Oh gosh, that's not a great one. So
Maybe
you know when you
frightening?
take a condition that means you roll one less dice when you use a skill related to that, right?
Oh, right.
So now you failed with one fewer dice.
Yes.
Yeah. So you take that mental condition. Go ahead and re-roll.
Because I am feeling mildly hopeless at this. 2 successes.
Nice.
He is 100% telling the truth. He has no additional information about Katerina. He actually did just remember that he saw her at market a couple weeks ago. And I'll say with the extra success, you also get that he is sincere in his belief that God is punishing the town. He everything that he has told you since you met him has been the truth as he knows it.
Okay. That Isaac was fairly convinced that he was in on it.
Well, you got 2 successes and you took a hit for it, so no,
Yeah.
you get all that. The chaplain here is a bit conservative and maybe a bit judgmental, but generally a good dude and not on anyone's case in a violent way.
Okay. Now, as we shift over to whomever else, I'm going to look up how to get rid of these stupid conditions.
You do that. Yeah, let's go over to... Oh, Galena, you had something to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask him, has he ever encountered the Glosson before in person?
So he
Or
said
did he
this to
only-
Isaac the other night that he has seen it recently on the outskirts of town. Other than that, he has not seen it before.
Okay, and can he recall how long ago this was that he saw this on the outskirts of town?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And that's when we arrived, correct?
You arrived last night.
Oh, okay. We arrived last night.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he tell anybody about seeing this Glosson?
No, he didn't. He didn't think that there was any. No, he didn't tell him.
Okay.
He thought, it's just this weird creature he saw. Who's he going to tell? What's he going to say?
Right. Who's going to believe him anyways?
Yeah. And,
Okay.
he's got this interest in the occult, which most people kind of don't.
Agree with?
Well, I mean, no, they agree with it. This is not like a conservative Christianity sort of town. The setting here is one in which the industrialization is what is driving out the sort
Right.
of old ways. So there might be some people in town who kind of remember some of what you're supposed to do about a Vaesen, but it's more like, oh, grandma would have done this. And none of them would really be interested. They would just think he was some weird witch guy. And why is he doing that? He's supposed to be the chaplain.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, then I'm going to politely just thank you very much for letting me view your books and all of your time, and kind of motion for Isaac to follow me, and we will leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let's cut over to Clara and Astrid then, heading to the inn. You guys stomp through the sticky muck that is left after the storm and find your way back to the inn. And lo and behold, you do see Magnus in there having a drink.
All right, I'm gonna hang out outside and not enter at the same time as Clar.
Okay, so Clara, you're gonna go in first. What do you do when you get in there?
I'm just going to approach Magnus, just no hesitation, just walk over to him. If he's sitting at the bar or at a table or something, I will politely
Sir,
ask.
He sees you approaching. He says, "Sir, I do not wish an argument."
Oh, no, I am not here to argue, sir. I'm just here to, learn more about the history of your town.
Okay, he said that because he saw you in the hotel a few minutes ago. So, I guess an hour ago.
Yeah.
So he thinks you're one of those people.
I would like to put your mind at rest that we are here to alleviate any problems that may have developed in recent times.
Alleviate how?
Well, either investigate, find out what is causing the trouble, whether it be a human that is murdering these people or something else. That's kind of what me and my friends do. Those women at the hotel are not necessarily friends, just people in danger. We seek to help individuals.
If they're in danger, it is because of their own actions.
Well, you're not fearful that the whatever is killing them is also a danger to the rest of the town?
No, I'm not. Because the rest of the town are decent, God-fearing people.
You're absolutely certain of this?
Well, by and large, there may be perhaps some less than savory folks among us, but only that hotel draws outside sinners here.
Oh. Well, do you mind if I sit and join you, sir? That's a fine walking stick you have there.
Huh? Yes. Thank you.
I'm not familiar with that wood. What type of wood is that?
It's the wood of a local tree that grows up on a hill near the lighthouse. I cut this myself.
Nope. Cat, don't do that. Going after my dice.
I'm going to go ahead and enter at this point. Where did you say they were sitting?
I didn't, but I'll say they're kind of in the corner. The inn is mostly deserted, or at least the common area is deserted. There's a barkeep, and they are sitting at a table sort of in the back corner away from the bar.
Okay, I will go to the bar.
Probably to be close to the fireplace.
I'll go to the bar and order a drink and just kind of flirt with the bar with Nils. I assume is the one working the bar.
Yeah, why not?
And I'll try to keep an ear on what the conversation.
Cool. Roll a flirt check. Manipulation, yeah.
Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
Nope, he's not buying it. You must.
It's you think you're doing good though. You think you've got him on the hook, but he's just.
Oh yeah.
He's like
it doesn't
barely
deter
answering.
me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep his attention off of the other things, anyways.
All right.
Player talk here. I'm tempted to like bring up the Vaesen and the Glosson with this guy, so I think I will. Well, sir, we as outside investigators, if you will, we have reason to believe that these murders are actually being caused by what's called the Vaesen, if you're familiar, a Glosson, in fact.
The Vaesen. Do you know what my job is?
You're the lighthouse keeper. You prevent ships from crashing on the shoreline.
That is what other lighthouse keepers do. The lightkeeper on the hill of Maul. It is our duty, and has been these many generations, to watch over the town and the surrounding area. There are deep magical hours in the earth here. I keep them in check, and I keep away those who would misuse them. Yes, I know what a Vaesen is. It's my job to know.
And did you know that, and I kind of like tilt my head towards the walking stick, that particular stick has power to control a Glosson? Are you responsible for these murders?
Are you accusing me of murder?
Not you, sir, but if there's a Glosson in town and you have a stick that can control it, then surely you can stop the murders from happening. So, murder by neglect.
A Glosson can only be controlled by a Lindenwood staff if it is a transformed human being. Do you know what it takes to transform a human being into one of these creatures?
I do not.
I'm sure you don't. It is a long
Can I
and
check-
arduous process, and I tell you now, no one would have this done to them if they didn't deserve it.
But you seem to believe that these women deserve the punishment that they're receiving.
These
Punishment.
women are devil worshippers and sinners of the highest order. This hotel, which at first people disliked because it invited indecency, men and women bathing together. Oh no, horrible indeed. Now we have Satanists summoning the devil in our town. What would you have me do? Protect them? Have you come here to help the witches?
We're here to help the town and prevent others from dying.
What will help the town is for outsiders to depart.
Okay.
Can I do a roll to see if he's being deceptive about his involvement?
No roll required. He has not confessed to murder, but he has said everything but.
Okay, that's what I was. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It seems to me, sir, that you have the power to help prevent people from dying. Is that not the proper godly thing to do? Even if they are bad people, is there not a chance for them to be saved, to be redeemed for the sins that they have committed?
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. and then he gets up and walks towards the door.
I am going to bar his exit and try and take his walking stick from him.
All right, combat it is.
And I'm going to join.
All right. Yeah.
Steve, real quick before we go into combat, can I call a quick, like, right after we left the chapel? I would like to use my memento.
Okay.
Basically, we leave the chapel, and Isaac's feeling kind of shitty, because because of what he had in his own head, he had completely pinned this on that chaplain.
Yeah.
You know, and he pulls out his memento, which is that contract with his former fiance, that they would raise their children under his Jewish faith that she didn't sign before she left him.
Oof.
And he pulls it out, and he's looking at it and just thinking of how much, you know, has this experience like poisoned him to other people. And you know maybe he needs to be more open-minded and less jumpy to conclusions just because someone's, you know, being a little extra Christian.
Fair.
Which I am doing because using that can heal me of 2 conditions.
2 conditions it is. Which 2?
Hopeless and angry, the 2 I was suffering.
Copy. Oh, I thought the other one was a physical one. I guess I had made that up. Okay, cool.
Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way, so whenever we show up, I am bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
All right, so I will say Isaac and Astrid will appear, assuming you're coming right to the inn. You will appear.
Isaac and Galena.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, Astrid's already there. Isaac and Galena will appear in 3 rounds following the start of initiative.
Cool.
Now, normally in Vaesen, you draw cards from a deck to determine initiative, but we do not have the ability to do that since we are all in different places. So let's all roll a d10. If anyone gets the same number, we'll just do a reroll. Magnus has rolled a 6.
I have also rolled a 6.
All right. Well, I rolled earlier, so you reroll.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Low number goes first,
Are
actually.
you fucking kidding? I rolled a 6.
Okay, you reroll that.
Really? Okay, really? Do I get anything for 3 straight 6s?
No. Are you rolling a
Okay,
d10?
I got an 8.
Okay, 8. There we go.
You said a D10, right?
Yeah. So, 8 for
I got a
Isaac.
3.
Okay. So, even though we're using dice and not cards, we're going to stick with the everything else about the initiative system as written. So, low numbers will go first. Galena got a 3.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And what about Clar? Oh, you're muted, Mia.
Sorry, I had also rolled a 3.
Okay. I don't know who actually said it first since you were muted, but why don't you re-roll, please?
1, 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
I
got a 10.
said it first. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that is a 1.
Well, only one of you needed to re-roll. I'll keep Clara on 3, and I'll move Galena to 10.
Yeah, since I'm three rounds out anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
No.
Okay, so the first to move will be Astrid. You see Clar stand up and move after Magnus as though to physically engage him, but you are closer to the door, and because of the angle in the room, you are closer to Magnus. You may act first. The combat section, if anyone needs it, begins on page 58 of the book. Basically, you get 2 actions in combat, a fast action and a slow action. Excuse me. And so typical fast actions would be like drawing a weapon, standing up, dodging, parrying. And typical slow actions would be attack, perform a ritual that might even take several rounds, flee, wrestle. So a slow action would be comparable to what we would think of as an action in D&D. And a fast action would be like a reaction or what might be a free action in D&D. But a fast action also, you don't have to spend on your turn. If you don't do a fast action on your turn, you have it available to use as a reaction in case you are attacked or something.
Okay.
So that is all what you have to deal with. So what will Astrid do?
So you said he's closer to me?
Yes.
And is he looking at me or Clar? Does he see me at all right now?
He sees you, but he's not paying attention to you. You weren't in the kerfluffle that just happened, so he's walking right past. He's making you to walk right past you.
Okay. Can we say as things were getting heated up, I had already gotten up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to do the fast action and draw my weapon, my gun,
Okay.
and move over to him, behind him, place it against his head, and say, "I suggest you stop moving right now."
Ooh, how's that gonna go? This guy's a bit of a hothead. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Let's see. I'm gonna glance at his stats again and see what he. Ooh, he does have. Well. Yeah. Okay. He stops moving, but his body tenses up. The next to act is Clar.
I will try and wrestle his walking stick out of his grip.
Okay. I wonder if there are rules for. Oh yeah, holding and wrestling. Yeah, we'll run this like a grapple check. So you make a force test, and he hasn't done anything yet, so he's going to use a reaction to try and break free of your grapple. Whoever wins will get that stick.
Force plus physical. All right. That's 5 die on my side. Holy crap.
Any successes?
I rolled 2 5s as the highest.
He also rolled 5 as the highest on his 1. You are able to push yourself if you want to, or I don't remember what your advantage gave you. Did you use that?
It was for vigilance. It was on vigilance.
You can push.
I think I will push this. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You'll have to take a physical or mental condition.
Okay. I think I will take the angry for mental with still no successes. Criminy crud.
Really? You rolled them all and took no successes?
Took no successes.
That's a
4
lot.
is the high die.
That's a lot of dice to have no successes.
That's
But,
a no.
Well,
so now I'm angry, so I'm 1 less. Okay.
yeah, you guys were evenly matched. He hangs on to the staff. And it is now his turn. He has spent his reaction opposing you. So he's going to go ahead and attack you with the staff. This will be a close combat.
That was my slow action, so as a fast action, can I then draw my saber in response to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's rolling close combat. You also roll close combat. if you roll more successes than him, I forget what happens. But if he rolls a success and you roll a success, they cancel each other out, basically.
Okay. Well,
And I forget what
close
happens.
combat is like my best thing. So
Well, he has missed you on his 2 dice.
And I used all of mine, right?
All of your.
now I roll 3 6s. Okay.
You rolled 3
Okay,
sixes.
so-
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Each success deducts 1 success from the enemy's attack.
Yeah.
If you deduct all the enemy's successes, the attack misses. By rolling more successes than required, you may choose to swap initiative cards with your enemy. You must choose to parry or dodge before you know whether the enemy has succeeded with their attack.
I was just parrying. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you may choose to swap initiative with him. I'm not sure why you would. You're already coming before him. And his turn's over now. Yeah, so Isaac and Galena, you're now 2 rounds away. Astrid, you're up.
All right, I am going to take the butt of my gun and clock him in the back of the head.
Okay.
And I forgot what it was called. I did the extra thingy to get the +2.
Your advantage?
Yeah, the advantage. That's physique. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 dice.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
1 success.
Okay. It's a new round for him. He had his turn since he last did this, so he is going to try and cancel out your success. He fails to do so. You clock him. He takes a damage. So I'll let you know he has a toughness of 3. So you've taken 1 off of
Okay. Do I have another move or?
that. That's it for you. It is now
Okay.
Clark.
With my saber drawn, I would like to try and, like, again, disarm him of his, threaten him to drop his stick.
I'll give you for free that you can read this guy's face and body language and whole attitude well enough to know that you're not going to threaten him into doing anything mid-combat.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will. He's going to get cut. I'm going to try and disarm him with my saber.
Okay. I think we will roll that. Yeah. Just roll that as an attack. He no longer has the ability to oppose you. He just used his reaction on Astrid's attack.
Now, close combat, and a bonus of 2. Okay. Now, if I don't get any successes, this is going to be so sad.
Don't forget to take 1 die out because of your condition.
Okay.
that you took.
All right. I will, you know what? Since I rolled before I subtract, I'll take one of those successes out and call it 1 success.
Okay, you got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got your attack hits him. Excuse me, you said you wanted to disarm him. What you've done is you've taken a point of his toughness away. I'm gonna wing this. Instead of doing the opposed force check, I'm gonna wing it and say, just roll a straight force check. And if you get 2 successes, you get that staff out of his hand in addition to harming him.
Straight force?
Yeah.
Okay.
Force physique.
Okay, force physique. That is 3 dice minus... Wait, hold on. That's 5 dice minus 1, so 4.
You don't take the 1 away because it's a physical check, and you took a mental condition.
Okay, so actually, yeah, that last thing was a physical thing too. So, all right,
yeah,
let me go
of course
back.
it was, yeah.
You draw... Oh, my...
You didn't get any successes on this one?
Yeah, out of
Okay.
5 dice, I rolled a 5.
Well, then I'll give you back the success that I wrongfully took from you previously, and
Well,
you
I surrendered that. But
you
okay,
knock
thank
that
you.
staff out of his hand and damage his fingers in so doing. It clatters to the floor.
I would say I was just kind of slapped him with the flat of the saber on his hand. Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna turn around and throw a big meaty punch at your face.
Oh, so this is okay.
That's cocked.
That
He
is-
whiffs it. He whiffs it.
Okay, I was gonna say straight force. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I just kind of duck under it then, I guess.
Okay. That was his turn. Isaac and Galena, you're now 1 round away, and we're back to Astrid.
Okay. And I just, with the intention of just wanting to knock him out, I want to hit him again with the butt of my gun.
Okay, go for it.
He's like, "Ah, my head!" For crying out loud.
Oh, by the way, Nils has run out of the place into the street yelling.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. Okay, so I'm gonna push this roll, and I'll take angry. And because this is physical, I don't need to remove a dice. You guys said.
Yeah, if your conditions are mental, they don't affect your physical stuff.
Somehow I miss.
Well, there's a lot
I'm
going
rubbing
on.
off
It's
on
pretty
you.
easy to miss.
Yeah, his head's right in front of me, but you know.
Yeah, but he's moving around. He just had a staff knocked out of his hand. He threw a punch. There's a lot of motion.
That's true.
Clar, you're
Hey,
up.
thanks. Feel better.
Yeah.
I am going to snatch the staff up off the floor.
Okay, that's a fast action.
Okay. We're gonna.
Oh, by the way, you can also choose 2 fast actions instead of taking a slow action.
Yeah, I just want to snatch that thing off the floor. Do you want me to roll for that in some way?
No,
Like
it's just sitting there. You can
no.
grab it.
Okay. Just gonna pick it up and kind of hold it while I keep my saber pointed at him, and that's where I will stop. Actually,
Okay.
basically, try and say, "Hey, you stay there. Don't do anything."
All right, it is his turn, and he is most definitely going to not stay there and do something. He's going to lunge for the staff, and we will
Okay.
do opposed force rolls again. This isn't great for him, actually, but he's going to do it anyway because he's pissed off. One success.
Oh no.
Okay. I rolled 2 4s as my highest dice.
Guess what? He's got the staff back.
Okay.
He's still down to only 1 point of toughness, though.
Turkey.
And Isaac and Galena, you may enter on the next round. Astrid, it's your turn.
Okay. He has the staff back.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a grab for that.
Okay.
Then.
This will be opposed force checks again. So force physique.
Straight up physique. Okay.
He has 1 success.
I don't do it.
I just can't roll for Dookie.
All right, Clar, you're up. And let me throw this in. Isaac and Galena, as you were running towards the inn, having heard Nils yelling in the street, you see an enormous, glowing-eyed sow come tearing around the corner and also barrel towards the door of the inn.
Shit.
Oh,
No.
Lovely.
Cool, but it's
I do
Clar's
not
turn.
see- Yeah. Yep. I'm actually going to try and do the same thing. Disarm him, slap his hand, get him to
Okay.
drop that thing.
He's already done 2 reactions. So yeah, I think you're rolling unopposed here. If you get a success, you can have it.
All right. I need 2 more dice. 1 success.
Oh man, this staff is like, it's knocked out of his hand, it clatters on the floor, you snatch it up, he dives and takes it from you, you immediately grab it and twist it out of his hand and get it back, and now it is Magnus's turn. He has to be the one holding that staff when the night sow
Can we
gets in
hear
here.
the sow from inside? Can we hear its screeching or whatever?
I would say it's pretty difficult to make out what any noises are in the midst of close combat like this.
Fair enough.
If you really want to, you can roll observation and we'll see.
I mean,
Actually,
sure. Why
this
not?
would actually be vigilance, not observation.
Yeah, and I'm going to break that thing over my knee when I get a chance.
Vigilance is logic. Okay. Dang, out of 6 dice, I roll nothing worthwhile.
Yeah, it's hard to hear. I mean, you're literally in a fight. So, yeah, it's going to be Magnus's turn. He's going to try and grab that thing back from you.
Of course it is, huh?
He has rolled 2 successes.
And the way I've been rolling, it's about time to get some good luck here.
I'm gonna get some good luck.
There's a single success.
You can push if you push, you only re-roll the ones that didn't succeed. So you still get at least 1 success if you push.
I'm going to push, and this is going to, I'll say it will exhaust me.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so you twist the staff and yank it out of his hands, and he immediately lunges back into you, grabs the staff, and drives his shoulder into your diaphragm, forces the air out of your chest, like when you get the wind just fully knocked out of you and you can't breathe for a while, sends you back several steps. That's your exhaustion there. And then he turns to face the door as Isaac and Galena are able to enter. The night sow will be coming in shortly after you.
Okay.
I'll just tell you guys, game mechanics wise, the Glosson has a 4, which will put him between Clara and Magnus's next turn. That's when he's entering the inn.
Okay. So which one of us goes first?
Isaac is first.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try and tackle this staff out of Magnus's hands.
Cool. Door flies open. There's Dr. Kaufman running in. He's all emotionally turmoiled.
My emotional turmoil is better. You're being a dick. So this is like close combat or force?
Yeah, so to grab the staff would be, and do nothing but yank the staff away from him, would be opposed force, yeah.
Okay, well that's what I'm doing.
Great. He's got 1.
I've got 1. You know what? I'm getting a little this guy's kind of pissing me off.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the angry condition.
Yeah, you just got rid of some conditions, and now you're getting
Yeah,
them back.
well, that's why I got rid of those conditions.
Well played.
And that's a second success.
You come barreling in. How old is Dr. Kaufman here?
About 40.
Yeah, okay. So you're not too much older than him, but you come barreling in, you grab this thing, you just see him shove Clar away. Clar can hardly breathe from that shoulder to the diaphragm. He turns around and he hasn't even finished turning towards the door when all of a sudden there's that Jewish doctor grabbing that staff and just continuing the spin and yanking it out of his hands. It is now Galena's turn.
And I am going to cast fear on this guy.
Oh, can we do that in a single action?
It says it's the slow action.
Copy that.
I don't really know exactly how it works.
Let's look it up.
So page 55 is where it's mentioned, and then on page 68 is fear.
Yeah. Oh, that's a like a fear effect. That's not the fear spell.
Yeah, I didn't know where to.
Let me find it. It's got to be in here somewhere. Let's see. Magic trick. Let's see. So that would be under talents. You're an occultist, right?
Yes, she is.
So fear is actually not something you cast. You have
no
magic tricks.
Oh, striking fear.
Oh, strike fear. Yeah, you can strike fear. It counts as a slow action and does not work against space. Oh, I see. It's not like a spell. You can strike fear with fear 1. So yeah, okay. It's just using the existing fear mechanic, but you can trigger it. Got it. So he is gonna just roll a fear check.
Targeted NPCs must pass a logic or empathy test.
Yeah. He's gonna target. He's gonna use logic. He's failed. So he will. You know, he's explicitly described as very quick to anger, so his terrified response will be to attack. With whatever weapon he's currently holding, which is none. But the closest creature is Dr. Kaufman. He loses the ability to make strategic choices, will not stop attacking till the enemy is vanquished. Yeah, he's going to focus this on Dr. Kaufman, but he is not going to act out of turn. He will still attack on his turn.
Okay.
Astrid, you're up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Astrid's pretty angry at this point. She's gonna scream, "You're not even handsome!" and jump on his back and just bite his ear off.
If anyone wants to keep this a-hole off of me.
I think that's what we're doing here. You're rolling an attack on him, Astrid?
Yes. I'm gonna jump on his back and bite off his ear.
Okay, roll that.
That's real street cred right there. You bit the ear off that guy. Oh my god.
2 successes.
Oh, you get both ears.
Wow.
And that's his last point. He drops. He's broken. And as the sow comes in, it sees Dr. Isaac Kaufman holding that Lindenwood staff. And it just stops and stares at you. It's making these horrible
Yeah.
demon pig noises.
Yeah, well,
Break the
as
staff.
a doctor, I say do no harm, and I try to break that staff over my knee.
We'll just call it force. One success will break the staff. I'm sure it's much harder than that in real life, but hey,
I mean, depends on,
depends on the wood.
You got, yeah.
So, I get a little. I have apparently bruised myself pretty well doing that.
Yeah, okay.
Taking the battered condition to re-roll and get literally fucking nothing.
You, as I'm sure, listen, Dr. Kaufman should not be embarrassed because I am sure most men would be holding a staff and say, I'll just break this over my knee, and then it won't break. That is a thing that happens.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, generally, if I can get it like under my knee and just pull it up.
Yeah, so we're out of combat. You have the staff, and as long as you have it, you can issue commands to the Glosson. The town is starting to come running.
I'm gonna dash out and say, everybody, do not enter.
They are very angry. They're upset that you've attacked Magnus Linden.
Very, very dangerous inside.
You know what? You're going to have to roll a manipulation check. You need two successes to try and stop them from entering.
That's awful.
While I'm wheezing on the floor.
I'll tell you what, if you say it while holding the door open so they can see the Glosson, you get +2.
Oh, perfect. That's what I'll do.
The cat's back.
It made no difference. I got 4 2s and a 5.
Yeah, they push past you, but as soon as they do start pushing past you, they see the creature there, and it wants to attack. It turns to defend. It feels itself being surrounded. Who had the nuts?
Me.
Okay, now would be a great time.
I think it's a good idea to just get them out and shut the door. I don't want them to see us like having any sort of controller. Positive energy.
I'm not going to hand this thing the nut. I'm going to throw a nut towards this Glosson.
All right.
I'm not going to be like, here, eat my hand.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But you were outside. You had opened the door to yell at everyone. So you toss this thing in past some of the people who've entered, and it goes right for the nut.
Yep.
Yeah. I will say Isaac and Klar and Astrid, you guys have the opportunity here to work together to try and break the staff. If you all roll force checks, and there are 2 successes between you.
All right, minus my 1. Okay.
I just got 2.
I got 1 success.
I just got 2.
Okay, what were you going to say, Jason?
I was going to point out that to anyone who got in that, hey, look, this is Magnus's staff. We just wrestled off of him.
Oh, you can absolutely do that.
And then I was actually going to hold it out for the Glosson to chomp on.
Oh, he won't eat the staff.
Oh, okay, then I will fully accept those 3 successes to break it.
When it breaks, the Glosson stops munching on its little nut and looks up, turns around, looks at you, lets out a horrifying squeal. It's like, and then vomits out human entrails, collapses to the ground, and all of the spur and pig flesh melts off of it, and you all see sitting there in the fetal position, unconscious, a human woman.
Katerina.
Katerina!
It is Katerina. You guys don't know what she looks like, but the other people here do. That's who it is.
I'm a private detective. I was deducing.
Yeah.
I called that in chat like forever ago.
I know, I
Yeah,
saw.
I was there with you, Jason. I was like, that's got to be her if it's
Yeah.
a human. Yeah.
So you guys have gotten to the bottom of this mystery. Only 2 victims out of a possible 8 have died. So well done. The 4 being all the Sisters of Satan and the other 4 being you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that works. Even Magnus Linden himself technically survived, earless though he may be.
Yep.
Serves him right.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of blood in your mouth, but hey.
Wine, I'll take care of that.
So yes, I think you guys already have all the pieces of this, but you know, everyone hates this hotel. Magnus more than most. It is his historic sacred duty to keep people from doing specifically exactly what the Sisters of Satan were doing, which is trying to use the magic of the caves here to perform evil rituals. So in a way, he was in the right, but his methods were kidnapping and murder. So
Being a dick about it.
yeah, being a dick about it.
A little misguided.
Yeah, a bit misguided. The chaplain is forced to agree. This time he does not defend Magnus. When he is sent to jail for whatever nondescript vague crime they can pin on him, because summoning a devil to eat witches is not in the law books.
Right.
Probably assault. That's probably what they get him on. But yeah. You guys are able to return to Miss Elfinsk. What's her name? Linnea, back home.
The lady in the fucking place.
Yeah. Clara and Frida happily leave this town never to return, and the rest of you can return home to the Society Castle and report your success. You have done well. Congratulations. Now, let's get into end matter, i.e. experience points.
Real quick, were those statues important in any way?
Nope.
Okay, then Astrid is going to utterly destroy them.
Okay. No problem.
They are dust.
Wait, so I'm curious. I asked in chat like a while ago.
Okay.
Were those were they fastnesses?
I don't know that word. They were just little statues.
So there's like an actual like thing. It's a Roman thing where they'd have these like lamps or like like talisman things that are cocks.
Oh.
It's like big cocks.
No, I mean these were more like little knickknacks. They just happened to be obscene.
Okay. Just that there's one I want because I got a picture of it somewhere and it's literally it's like an oil lamp that's like a cock that's got like a tail its tail is a cock and it's got a cock coming out of it and like 2 lion's legs.
Okay.
Of course you
And
want
it is
this.
absurdly like it is absurdly phallic.
Okay, yeah, it sounds absurdly phallic, indeed. Oh gosh, where is the page on experience points? Why can I not find it?
It is 87.
I was listening to so much cock, and now
Yes,
I can't find.
but I'm looking at it. It's page 87.
Copy that. Okay.
91 if you're putting it into the PDF.
Okay, so here are the questions for each person. Oh, good. It is supposed to be done after you complete the whole mystery. I was thinking we forgot to do it at the end of the session last week, but it's not per session. So, did you play at least one scene at the headquarters?
Oh wait, no, that's development points for the headquarters.
Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. We need probably shortly before that. All right, I'm going to the index.
If we need a scene at the headquarters, it can be Astrid destroying those obscene statues.
There you go. You
Okay,
take them
page
all the way back
25.
to 25?
Yes.
You take them all the way back to Uppsala just to break them. All right.
So
yes,
yeah,
you're right. Here's the
end of each
experience.
session.
Did you participate in the session? Yes. You each get an XP. And I was, yeah, okay. It is supposed to be at the end of each session. So each of you take 2 XP for that question for both of these sessions. Did you confront any Vaesen? Today you did, last week no, so take 1. Did you identify a previously unknown Vaesen? Last week you did, so take 1. Were you affected by your dark secret? I don't think so.
We didn't tap into any of that.
No. I mean, I like Doc Isaac was kind of unnaturally lusting after that witch girl.
Okay, but
that's
if you're not with it, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
she's really a monster.
She was an attractive human woman. It wasn't an unnatural lust in the way you have described it. Yeah, that's a no.
You weren't attracted to the pig?
No, if you'd been horny for the pig, then that would have been yes. Yeah.
You missed your chance.
Did you take risks to protect other people? I would say Isaac did last week, running out into the night after Josephine. Let's see. Clara and Astrid both certainly started a physical confrontation in order to protect the town. So I'll say yes to you guys. And of course, this week, Isaac and Galena ran into the same inn despite seeing the Glosson headed in there too. So I'll say, yeah, that's 2 for Isaac and 1 for everyone else. Have you learned anything? And if so, what?
Learned about Glosson.
I'm going to say Isaac definitely, I'm not necessarily no to everyone else, but Isaac specifically called out something he learned tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. About not judging people just because of your own past experiences.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And, let's see. Technically, Astrid... No, because that you already knew that. I don't know. Does anyone else have anything? I don't think so. You guys didn't learn shit. You know what? You learned that you're very accepting of other people's religious beliefs until it starts getting them killed, and then you yell at them. That's what you learned.
That's true. That's true.
Did you develop something in your... What was that? Oh, we have frozen Alaskans again.
The frozen, the Alaskan tundra.
Yeah. Okay. So the last question will be: did you perform an extraordinary action? Extraordinary?
Nah, I don't.
I said
so.
I
Not
do
on my
not
part.
like posers.
You don't like posers. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear us when you freeze like that, but the last question was, did you perform an extraordinary action?
I bit off a guy's ears.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the ears, that counts. That's pretty extraordinary. And stole dirty statues.
I did.
You did.
I would say stealing something because you hate it so much is extraordinary.
I wanted to save the world from those.
There you go.
I mean, Astrid doesn't mind a little porn, but that was no.
That wasn't, yeah.
That was a big no.
So that's our final question for XP.
Extraordinary action.
Yeah, and we will get into
for the first time.
we will get into the like castle development stuff. Perhaps if we return to this game to make this sort of an ongoing campaign.
I hope
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to come back to it.
But you guys have
heck yes.
saved the village of Mole from the Night Sow. Unfortunately, Magnus Linden is no longer going to be serving as the light keeper. Hopefully he has a nephew or something that can do it better.
Well, hopefully his nephew or something isn't quite such a dildo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they probably all are. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe it runs the family.
I feel like Magnus's particular dildo-ness is born of the sort of clashing cultural waves that are, the theme of the whole game. You know, he's this hardline conservative Christian, but he's also supposed to be the guardian of magic, and he's it literally in the city where in industry in the modern age is displacing the old ways. And yeah, he wasn't having a good several years.
no.
Holier than thou, self-righteous
Yep.
asshole.
Because I
I
mean,
mean,
part
probably.
of it, the conflict of Christianity versus the old sort of other like belief systems is not central to the game, but it is part of it. And like the industry moving in and Christianity moving in is part of like what's causing all of these conflicts.
And he probably saw those people bathing together, and that might have just really made him snap.
Yeah.
That lust and stuff that he saw in those people's bloomers.
Yeah. He saw so many ankles.
Right. Exactly. And the guy in suspenders.
That just
The water was probably pretty cold too, so
yeah. All right. All right. Enough speculating. All right, guys. Next week, finally, at long last, Pirate Borg.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Mia, wake up. Run Pirate Borg next week.
Oh, I've been ready.
All right. I'm very excited for Pirate Borg.
I hope I can satisfy your hunger.
And again, episode 22. I recommend everyone tune in this week for Shadows of Arconia Campaign 2. Episode 22 is going to be a bit of a doozy if you've been watching the show at all. So we'll see everyone then, and back here next week for Pirate Borg. Thanks, guys.
All right, night.
Thanks
Good
for joining us,
night.
audience members.